Most drivers think WD-40 is just for loosening rusty bolts. But that little blue and yellow may also remove baked on road tar, silence a squeaky door, free a sticking hood latch, and help protect an electrical connection that could otherwise leave you hearing nothing but clicks when you turn the key. Yet there's a dangerous side most people ignore. Use WD-40 on the wrong car part, and you could reduce the grip of your brakes, damage a belt, contaminate a sensor, or turn a 5-minute trick into an expensive repair. So before you start spraying it everywhere, you need to know exactly where it works, where it doesn't, and when it's only hiding a much bigger problem. Here are 10 surprisingly useful WD-40 tricks for your car, starting with a simple way to remove stubborn sticker residue without scratching the surface. And make sure you see number 1, because using that trick incorrectly could leave you with an even bigger starting problem.
Number 10. Remove sticker residue.
You remove an old parking permit or dealership sticker, but a horrible layer of glue stays behind. Instead of immediately attacking it with a razor, apply a small amount of WD-40 to a microfiber cloth. Gently work it into the adhesive, wait about a minute, and wipe the residue away. Repeat the process instead of using excessive pressure. Afterward, clean the area with an appropriate glass or automotive cleaner to remove the oily film. Be careful around tinted glass, plastic trim, and painted surfaces. Always test a small hidden area first. The goal is to dissolve the glue, not scratch the surface underneath.
Number 9. Remove dried bugs and road tar.
After a long highway drive, dried bugs can become almost glued to your bumper. Aggressive scrubbing may remove them, but it can also leave fine scratches in the paint. Apply a little WD-40 to a clean microfiber cloth and gently wipe the affected area. Allow it to soften the contamination before wiping again. The same method may help with small spots of road tar. Once the residue is gone, wash the area with automotive soap and water. WD-40 can help with stubborn contamination, but it should never replace a proper car wash.
Number 8. Clean greasy metal hardware, accessible brackets, fasteners, and metal components.
Often collect years of greasy dirt. That buildup can hide corrosion, loose hardware, and small leaks. Rather than spraying the entire engine bay, apply WD-40 to a cloth or detailing brush. Use it only on the specific metal part you want to clean, then wipe away the loosened grime. Keep it away from sensors, belts, pulleys, air intake components, and hot exhaust parts. When working around an engine, controlled application is always safer than soaking everything nearby.
Number 7. Remove light rust from chrome. Small rust spots can make chrome trim look old and neglected.
For light surface corrosion, apply a small amount of WD-40 and let it sit briefly. Gently work the area with a soft cloth or another non-scratching material suitable for chrome, then wipe it clean. This may loosen light rust and leave temporary protection against moisture. But if the chrome is deeply pitted, peeling, or rusting underneath, WD-40 won't restore it. That damage may require refinishing or replacement.
6. Protect exposed metal from moisture. The WD in WD-40 stands for water displacement.
A thin coating can displace moisture and provide temporary protection on certain exposed metal surfaces. This may be useful for tools, spare hardware, tow hitch components, and accessible metal parts that have already been cleaned. Apply a small amount and wipe away the excess. Leaving the part soaked only attracts more dirt. And remember, this is temporary protection, not permanent rust-proofing. Heavy body or frame corrosion requires proper removal, treatment, and possibly professional repair.
5. Free a stiff mechanical lock.
This trick is especially useful on older vehicles with exposed mechanical key cylinders. If the key enters but the lock feels stiff, apply a tiny amount of WD-40 using the straw. Gently work the key in and out, then carefully turn the lock. Never force it. Breaking a key inside the cylinder creates a much bigger problem. For long-term maintenance, a dedicated dry or manufacturer-approved lock lubricant may be better because it attracts less dirt. Use WD-40 to free the mechanism, not flood it. 4. Quiet a squeaky door hinge. You open the driver's door and hear that same irritating squeak. First, clean the dirt from around the hinge pin. Apply a small amount of WD-40 directly to the pivot point, then open and close the door several times. Wipe away any excess before it runs onto painted surfaces or interior trim. The door may immediately become quieter and smoother. But if it drops, shifts sideways, or clunks when lifted, The hinge pin or bushing may already be worn. Lubricant can silence friction. It cannot repair damaged hardware.
3. Free a sticking hood latch. A hood that won't open is annoying.
A hood that won't close securely is dangerous. With the engine off and the hood safely supported, inspect the latch for dirt, corrosion, or damage. Clean away loose contamination. Then apply a controlled amount of WD-40 to the moving pivot points. Operate the latch several times and wipe away the excess. Before driving, confirm that both the main latch and secondary safety catch work correctly. If the latch is bent or still won't lock securely, repair or replace it. Never rely on lubricant to hold a damaged hood closed.
2. Loosen a rusted fastener. You place a wrench on a rusty bolt.
You pull harder and the wrench starts slipping around the bolt head. Stop. Once that bolt becomes rounded or broken, a 10-minute job can become a 3-hour repair. Clean away loose rust, apply a penetrating product, and give it time to work into the threads. Classic WD-40 may help with moderate corrosion, but a dedicated penetrating oil is usually better for heavily seized automotive fasteners. Use the correct size 6-point socket and controlled pressure. If the bolt begins twisting, deforming, or threatening to snap, stop. It may require heat. Impact tools or professional removal. 1. Protect battery terminal connections. You turn the key. The dashboard flickers and the starter only clicks. The battery may not be dead. A dirty or corroded terminal could be preventing a strong electrical connection. But don't simply spray WD-40 everywhere and assume the problem is fixed. Turn the vehicle off and wear gloves and eye protection. If the battery is swollen, cracked, or leaking, stop and have it replaced safely. Following the correct procedure for your vehicle, disconnect the cables normally negative first. Clean the terminals with an appropriate battery terminal cleaner and brush. Once everything is clean and dry, reconnect the cables securely normally positive first, then negative. WD-40 may help displace moisture and temporarily protect exposed metal afterward, but it cannot replace proper cleaning or a tight connection. If corrosion quickly returns, have the battery, cables, and charging system inspected. The corrosion could be a warning, not the real cause. Important warning: never spray WD-40 onto brake pads, rotors, tire tread, serpentine belts, clutch components, or other friction surfaces. Also keep it away from hot exhaust parts and open flames. Don't blindly spray modern sensors or electrical connectors either. Sensitive electronics may require a dedicated contact cleaner. Remember this simple rule: if a component depends on friction, keep oily products away from it. WD-40 can remove grime, displace moisture, free moving parts, and provide temporary corrosion protection. But it cannot rebuild worn components or permanently repair every squeak. The real trick is knowing whether you're cleaning something, temporarily freeing it, or actually fixing the underlying problem. If these tips helped, subscribe to Auto Explained for more practical car maintenance advice explained simply. That old can in your garage may be more useful than you realized as long as you know exactly where it belongs.